Here for the last FACEIT European match of tonight. I'm DK and this is Threat, of course, and we are going to have ourselves NiP, who they persist on choosing Train. I mean, well, they made these decisions ages ago because that's how the format of the league works, but they're up against EnVyUs, so I have no idea what will happen.
Yeah, the funny thing is that they pick the map and then they like try it out, like and see if it works. I'm like, let's go all in Train. They played the two first matches, like losing 16-13, 16-1 to Flipside. And it's like, oh shit, well, now we have only Train left.
Yeah, exactly. So they figure out something pretty fast. I think like what we saw Fnatic do earlier was kind of what they, like the style that they wanted to have. But I don't know. I mean, JW was kind of beasting, and I don't know. I'm not sure. It just feels like you need players to be playing out of their minds, and you got to kind of have this idea that your opposition will not be able to match you on skill consistently for it to work. So I'm not sure if that style is like the best approach. I don't know. What do you think?
It's really tough. Like, as your T on Train, obviously, like everything you do, you're like you will never have over 50% likelihood of winning. But it's really tough. I think the like Virtus.pro approach is the best, where you just try to constantly fake, just make like the rotation really awkward for the CTs. But like Fnatic has this like extra gear they can put in. And I don't really think it matters which map they play when they're playing that well. Like, they will just destroy you anyway. Yeah,
that's the thing. I was thinking that when I watched them. It's like maybe the Fnatic, you know, they're not the best trained team, or they don't have like the most efficient strategies or whatever. But if they're just, because their players are so good and they're so good at Counter-Strike and they're such a good team, if they're just playing well, it doesn't matter what the map is. So I also had the same thoughts. And you can see that now this is also kind of weird. I feel like the odds today have, even though they've actually been somewhat correct today, I still feel like it's not right.
well I think EnVyUs is favored.
Yeah.
But since it is Train, and as we talked about earlier, like this shouldn't be a good map for either of this team.
Yeah.
Which makes like even more random. So like.
And also EnVyUs just being kind of nuts lately. Like they just do crazy stuff. They're just going super aggressive. Of course, not counting that show match from Aston Villa, not counting that show match. But generally speaking, they
were really aggressive that game, though.
yeah, they were. 100% by rounds, let's go. But that, you know, just removing that, they have still been a very aggressive team in their new format. So I wonder, it's not a map. I don't know. Not sure. It's very weird.
I mean, for me, yeah, exactly. For me, it's more 50-50. Maybe like 55-45 in favor of EnVyUs. Because I feel like it's just going to be so random. Maybe like the knife round can be like a very big deciding factor, because when it is like random like this, you want to have like good momentum, and both these teams are so solid that they should be able to like get double digits at least at CT, which means they maybe will build enough momentum to just close the game as T.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would probably, because if it's EnVyUs, I would usually expect if there's going to be something crazy that you know, a team will show us. That's the team that will show it, because they love to innovate a bit, and they do love to push the boundaries where other teams might not feel so comfortable to do so, because they really like to squeeze every ounce out of the skill from the players, and they make maybe decisions that you kind of question them, but they can make it work because they're so good and they're comfortable at doing that. They've got practice at doing that. So I don't know how to call this, because I feel like it depends so much on how EnVyUs decide to play today. Like, what kinds of strategies and what approach do they want to play? Are they going to be passive? Are they going to be aggressive? What do they want to do?
Yeah, exactly. Because their playing style, in theory, shouldn't work on Train.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're more like, they want to go just for kills. Maybe have a lurker. You usually saw... Happy was the lurker before. I don't know if he still is the lurker after they swapped the rounds.
Yeah. On the T side, yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, but that shouldn't work on a map like Train. Train should be very execute heavy, which is like, we usually don't see that kind of play from EnVyUs. They usually play like NiP, but like a lot faster. I would say they actually have pretty similar like playing styles, just the tempo is really different.
Yeah. I actually would like to see the same pistol round that we saw from Fnatic earlier on Train, because that actually is like quite an old school pistol round, but it's really good. It's very effective. Like just going through, I think 3 players was it, through Jalli, and they had the bomb who was just kind of like waiting around Pop Dog. Because I guess that's the cool thing about that, is if it does go bad around Jalli, you can still change where the bomber will go, and the bomber is always going to be safe, not going to be dropped somewhere weird.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I actually think that why people don't do this as often now is because of the old trains. You usually had more people towards backstation because there were 3 like lanes you could peek the yard from, which meant it was like more effective to stand there because you couldn't smoke off all the lanes as terrorists. So, but now when there's only 2 lanes, you never see CTs playing there because you will always get smoked off. So every CT is always aggressive on yard, which means you could just push alley, just go straight to the left, and you just probably not gonna see anyone there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there is some exploration still to be done, some like finer things tactically, but it does feel like it's still just train. It's still train. It's still the same old dynamics. So it's just everyone trying to figure out how it fits in CS:GO effectively with this new version. Do you think the new upgraded version of train that Valve have created and pushed on the public? Do you think that's actually do you like it, or were there versions before that you prefer? Or are there big changes that you really don't like, or changes you would want to see in there, or?
Well, I think it might be a bit too early to say how this version will work, but I feel it's better than the old CS:GO version because in the like later stages of that map, you basically smoke yard and try to plant in the smoke. Of course, you do that a bit on this map, but it's like not as nearly as bad.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will be jumping into the 9th round in about 30 seconds or so. So this game will be kicking off in a moment. So all of our questions will be answered, I hope. And again, I just feel like EnVyUs are just the most crazy team. They're just super crazy. You have no idea what they're going to do. I mean, shox, I think, is still calling for them. So
oh, he is?
I think so, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Because he's been calling for a while for them. So correct me if I'm wrong. I should try to double check with them. But shox have been calling for a while. And I guess, you know, of course, the thing is that all the players can put loads of input in behind the actual games. But I think he's still the IGL. So the ever important 9th round is now live, and here we go. He's gonna start off on the CT side. Do you miss being able to go under the trains?
Well, not really, to be honest. It makes it actually a bit easier for the terrorists now, so I think it's better that you can't go under them.
It always felt really awkward as well. That was actually always the reason that I was annoyed with train, because it always felt kind of like a weird. It always felt uncomfortable, very awkward for me, gameplay-wise, personally, just as a personal experience. That was one of the reasons why I didn't like train so much in the past. I always thought the ladders and stuff you could do with ladders was really cool, though.
The ladders on this map, though, is really bugged.
Yeah, that is the problem in CS:GO, yeah. Okay, so EnVyUs will start off on CT side. Now, EnVyUs, I feel like, are a team that might be too aggressive on the CT side, whereas, you know, if you look at Virtus.pro, they will realize we don't have to do that. We will still just wreck you if we just hold positions. So I'm very curious, because NiP's picking style actually could work very well against EnVyUs. We'll see.
And no smokes on NiP now, so they are probably just going to go for the straight yard YOLO player.
And Happy will get the first kill. So, I mean, going for the Raw Angels at long ranges against USPs, definitely asking for trouble, as NiP are kind of dying all over the place at the moment. They don't have much in the way of map control. I mean, was that like were they trying to kind of fake and try to get like a free plant there? Because they had 3 guys outside and then 2 in there.
I think they thought of like, it's so easy to just rush yard on the pistol because it's so hard to kill the terrorists fast with a pistol on such long distance. So like if they could just push up the yard and we will buy the fake, we can just go inner. But NBK got 3 fast kills on the inner side, which just stopped that tactic from like even starting.
All right. Well, they've decided to force it up and get the pistol and armor on the go. And kioShiMa will already open the affairs up with a nice kill onto Friberg with the MP9. And NBK were using the ranges as well to good effect. And the rotation will start coming in. So should be pretty easy for the cleanup to happen here. But NiP, they will get the bomb down. Here we go, our shox in a perfect timing. Actually, did he stop the bomb from being planted? Yes, I think he did actually. Oh no, he didn't. He didn't stop it from...
The bomb is down.
Okay, yeah. That would have been really awesome had he stopped that from going down. I feel like this is a map where, as the T's, you want to get the buys out. So I would expect them to probably eco next round instead of forcing it up. I don't think they could force it up after that, because it'd be 1900 plus 800. So yeah, I mean,
it's a hard decision though, because if they go for the full eco, the problem is they're gonna give EnVyUs so much money to work with. But is it like a situation where like both options kind of suck? And they actually decide to go for the buy.
Oh, okay, and they're actually going to drop the AKs as well. Okay, so let's see if they can make some damage here, because that is what they have to get. Even if they lose the round, bomb plant damage is absolutely acceptable. Now, they've got one guy going alley, Xizt, and he's going to get sought by SmithZz. He will find him and get the frag. So that's kind of sucks there for NiP. Xizt didn't get to really do anything there, and now they will move us 4 into the yard area. But shox is going to creep on close and find himself at the mercy of Friberg. Trays come in though, as Happy picks up the kill onto Friberg, and NiP slowly trying to make their way in, but they can't gain some ground here. Nice tapping there from allu. He's going to pick up a second kill as well. Really good stuff there from the dedicated sniper. And it's going to be, I think Forest is lagged out or something. He's just sitting there, crouched.
Yeah, I think they wrote that one guy crashed, so allu is in a 1v2 right now.
And he can't even bait Forest or something.
Yeah, and Forest has the bomb as well, so he has to TK him if he wants to go for the plant.
Oh my god. This is such a weird situation.
And if he actually can... Come on, Happy, go down, please.
Ali's going to go up. He might he might actually find him. Oh my god, he missed the shot. There we go. This could be the one-on-one that could save NiP in this round. There's 20 seconds to go with, and Ali's going to take him out, but he's got the TK for the bomb.
TK the Forest really fast as well. TK him, do it. Take the bomb.
Okay, now I can actually get the bomb down. He's got 10 seconds.
And it's actually a 1v4 if he wins this now.
Oh my god, with the weirdest round ever. He gets the bomb planted. Looking for... Oh no! Not quite. NBK takes him down. Oh my god, that was so weird. That was so weird.
Yeah.
He kind of played that perfect though, because he couldn't really kill... He couldn't kill Forest sooner than that, because...
Then he gave you away his position.
Exactly, yeah. So he kind of played that perfect, to be honest. Oh my god, I don't even know what to say about that. That really sucks, because it's right at the end of the round. So, I mean, it'd be really awkward for them to replay that. And well, we'll have to see what they decide to go for. I think, yeah, they're just going to decide to carry on here regardless. And, I mean, at least NiP, they got the bomb down. They did a lot of damage, which was, to be honest, the objective. Yeah,
the worst thing, though, is that they're probably were going to force EnVyUs to an eco ST on train that round. So, that really sucks for NiP.
Just regular control play from here, from NiP here, and just looking to get themselves down into the lower bomb site for a plant. And NBK ready with the spray down on the AK, switching targets, switching positions as Happy goes around the back. And he looks for the frags, and he will get them. Good bomb plant though, just about. That's pretty nice. And they even get 2 kills. Can allu pick up some more here? He's been doing some good work so far, but 2 kills will be it. And to be honest, that's pretty good. They got 4 kills and then 2 kills, 2 bomb plants each time. So that's good pressure on EnVyUs' economy. I don't think they should be in a spot where they can keep the buys rolling in if they lose.
Well, let's see if they try to go for that slow type of play again. I mean, that round might have worked out if Forest didn't crash. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just tried to walk out pop and team A now once again.
Yeah, we got the AWP on allu, and again, this picking style could work against EnVyUs. It just really depends on how aggressively they want to play. We know that that's kind of a mode that they default to, is aggressive play. Now, well, they are going to do that towards allu, but it's a bit more passive here, just boosting over the smoke. Smith will find the kill into Friberg, and I think he already found a kill into Xizt in a previous round, exactly the same way. So.
I think that might be a one-way smoke, though. Like, if you sit on top of the box, you can't actually see him.
Yeah, so...
Please, Volvo, fix.
Yeah. One-way smokes are pretty abusive. Indeed. Now, yeah, the problem with them is that they're not really intuitive. It's just you kind of have to know, basically, which kind of sucks. Okay, so we have again secret control coming in from NiP. As EnVyUs are just waiting patiently. They've got 2 players on B actually though, so they would be able to defend in there pretty well on the initial push. Their rotations aren't super fast, but they are already going in now, so will be a pretty interesting take here from NiP. Xizt run into Happy, I think, but he will be eliminated, and Xizt gets kioShiMa as well, but NBK gets a triple there on the bomb site. He's staying alive as well, and this prevents the bomb from even being planted. So smart from NBK. Excellent execution from him, and he's going to save the round single-handedly, and this is why he's been put in roles of of increased responsibility towards fragging recently, because he is a monster.
Yeah, and as soon as the guy on high dies there, it's so hard to deal with NBK's position there, because they have to go so deep to kill NBK if he just keeps hiding behind that box. So you basically have to punish him by going out high ramps, but the guy died there, so not much NiP could do in that position.
Well, we will get the peek there from Happy onto allu's position. Xizt will find the return. So that's pretty nice there for EnVyUs, in fact, as they actually, before the smokes really popped, there's already a bunch of kills going the way of EnVyUs. It is 3-on-3 though, so Forrest done a good job getting NiP back into this round. And there you go, we'll take down kioShiMa. NBK though, here he comes, the monster. He's been beasting it at the moment. And he's got a teammate to play with as well. Gonna get the first kill, and I think we're gonna get potential. I think SmithZz kind of baited him there. Okay, well, I was actually quite confused there because NBK got the kill, went back. They didn't know where SmithZz was, but they saw where NBK was. So I thought that SmithZz would get like the perfect peak kill. But he just stood there.
Yeah. Maybe he thought someone, like maybe the communication was a bit off. It's hard to tell, but we actually see a kind of a weird buy from EnVyUs already. 1 mag and 2 pistols, or 1 pistol, so they're under a lot of pressure right now.
They're gonna make it count right now, and this is one of those philosophies from EnVyUs that doesn't necessarily align itself well with the way that you play this map, because they're not really putting their economy at as always the most important thing. They always love to pressure their opponent's economy, and you can see that attacking as CTs on this map is very difficult. You've got even worse choke points to deal with than the terrorists have. Well, you have to use them aggressively against terrorists, who will always be sitting on them. A nice jewel found there by Forrest. So we have like 3 aggressions here from EnVyUs, and none of them really panned out. I feel like basically once they do like 1 or 2 aggressions, they commit themselves to doing even more, because then it's just a situation. It's like a slippery slope where you took 1 risk that was kind of okay, then it went bad. So now you got to take a risk that's even greater, because you need a greater result from it. You can't otherwise. If you let NiP play 5 versus 3 against you, they'll just win the round. So you got to take a risk. So they just let you make a mistake, and
and NiP like expect that, of course, as well. You could see this get right, knowing that you have to go aggressive somewhere and just holding that pop ladder.
So that's one of the reasons why I think this philosophy doesn't work out super well for EnVyUs. But we'll have to see how they can try to pull things back together, as they will be on eco now, and it will give a lot of free money to NiP. We can see that they're already starting to build quite a lot of bank, because that round was basically I don't think they lost a single player. And now EnVyUs have to eco twice.
No,
once is okay, but still.
Yeah, I don't think I've rarely seen EnVyUs going for a double eco.
Yeah, that's true.
Like ever. They would rather go for like a light armor FAMAS buy.
But this will be their second loss, right? So it'll be 1900. So they'll be like. Oh no, it'll be third loss. Oh, okay, no, it's fine then. It's fine then. 2400 in the bank. They'll get 4500 around about for most players. So that'd be fine. And they're playing really forward here, looking for those pistol engagements with the few P250s they have. P250s are really awesome, actually. Really awesome gun.
Bomb going down on B now. EnVyUs is probably just gonna go for the exits. No point in trying to retake this.
Okay, so they will be aware of this. Nice little shot there from allu onto SmithZz. And can EnVyUs find any damage at all here so far? Do you think NiP, how do you see this match actually going from this point?
Like taking 3 rounds in a row as T on train, it's a big motivation boost. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if NiP can actually run away with this.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking as well. Just because of the sheer fact that EnVyUs, like their style, it feels like it's gonna not be as steady. But again, we'll have to see how it goes, as they did manage to get a couple kills at the end there, which not only did some economic damage, but they picked up 2 rifles. That's actually a really big deal. That strengthens their buy actually kind of significantly into this round. So we're going to have an AWP, and there's 2 for NiP. But if EnVyUs play passively here, as against the superior picking force of those 2 orbs, but if they just don't peek, which they don't have to, then they should actually be okay.
Very passive play here once again for an NiP, just trying to gain control of that secret area here. You can see Forrest. And for you that's new, who's new to train, you want to do this because you're gonna force the CTs to play 2 people on the inside instead of playing 4 on yard. So as you can see now on the overview, we can actually see one guy rotating to connector, Patrik and NBK playing inner now.
Yeah, and we'll have the push likely to happen relatively soon here as NiP well, they're using their smokes to get down the ramp. There is the kill on NBK, very key kill because NBK's been going huge from that position. First time he's eliminated without any trades, and NiP with a really good situation right now, but they didn't get themselves on connector. So we're going to see EnVyUs have a very fast push onto the bomb site. There's nowhere for NiP to really retreat or hide to, so that it's going to enable EnVyUs to potentially go for the defuse here. But Forest's position, that's really the scary one.
Getright has a hurry up now.
This is pretty important. They're going to take down Forest just to get right indeed on that flank, and they will spot him. Just going to fake the plant. I'm not sure if there's a kit on the ground somewhere. That's a perfect flash. Is there a kit somewhere? I guess not, because he is just running for it. And that was a good round, though, from NiP, considering the fact that they had... When they planted the bomb, there was like 3 or 4 CTs already in connector at that moment. Usually the retake goes to the CTs in that spot.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised that NiP won that round. It was very important kill by Forest to manage to get one guy that were there with the NOP, especially since it was getting flanked from behind as well. One guy was pushing from high ramp, and he managed to kill the guy who was on the bomb. So if Forest wouldn't have gotten that frag, Getright wouldn't have time to kill the diffuser.
Okay, well, we'll have NiP going for a very, very, very fast round outside. I'm not sure what kind of buy they expected, but there's 2 AWPs out here for EnVyUs, which could work very well against this. They're still both alive here. SmithZz, caught on the top of the train. Does actually survive. Jump shot from NBK. That is stellar work from him as Forest goes around through to the bomb train to find some angles. And shox is doing exactly the same. We get the trades, though, and after the dust settles, it's going to be happy with the AWP, and NBK with the scout against the 2 AKing players from NiP on the site. Well, towards the site. We've got both Ts around the quad area, below where the T-Sky used to be. And they are just... Is Forest timed out again? I'm not even sure. Maybe he is, I'm not sure, because he wasn't moving, but could have just been holding an angle. Nice fix there from Happy. We'll finish off the round for EnVyUs. And NiP kind of playing into the... That was the best thing that EnVyUs could have hoped for, than to just rush yard like that, actually.
Yeah, the thing is, though, EnVyUs lost 3 players, so... I mean, I agree with you. NiP should have just used that slow playing style, which works versus EnVyUs because they're playing so aggressive. But if they win this round now, they're gonna like look to get like over 5 rounds on the T half. So still looking really good for NiP.
And it's just these wallbang attempts here from shox. Afraid of these wall of smokes, and that's what we're going to see. So NiP, are they going to fake it or are they going to go for it? Looks like they are just going to go for it with those
perfect nades. Perfect nades here from NiP.
I think it's the first time we've seen the perfect nades, actually. So this is the wall of smokes we're always talking about. And very nice from shox. Knows his angles. Running out of bullets, though. Oh, get right on the flank. That is so scary. And we can see SmithZz dividing his attention between yard and the flank. He will spot Get Right in time. Really well done by SmithZz, because that was a super smart move by Get Right. But still, 3-on-3 that bomb, taking away allu over the top from that ladder on top of the train. And Happy is responding. There's the fake. Oh, misses the quick scope. And it's going to be Forest who picks up the kill. And the round goes back to NiP. And this is way too back and forth for EnVyUs.
Yeah, exactly. They just keep resetting their economy. And now they're going to be forced to at least 1 eco. I don't think they can afford a single op if they just go for 1 eco. And maybe they don't want ops even, because now they know NiP have that wall of smokes in their arsenal. I wouldn't be surprised if NiP actually went through that execute after the games from yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You can see how effective it is. I mean, shox had to know that angle perfectly through the smoke to kind of predict how to spam and play down through the smoke to get a kill, but bomb went down.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter. They would easily want to trade 1 player for the bomb plant.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's so strong. I mean, I've seen players, I know that not Virtus.pro know the angle very, very well, but to kill the planter with that setup. But still, you'll often just get the plant.
Yeah, that's actually one of the stronger plays you can do as CT. You can just, you see that the smokes are coming, and you just hide in a smoke, and you put your crosshair on the standard bomb plant position, and just wait for the sound, the beep sound for the bomb to go down and just kill the planter.
Yeah, it's really, really good. These executes to delay that plant, and it's going to be interesting to see if NiP go for a similar execute there, because again, bearing that in mind, they still won the round despite, they lose the player for free. So it just speaks to the strength of the play, and we have not been. I really feel like that's in the last like 5 or 6 trains I've casted. That's the first time I saw that like this wall of smokes put down properly, actually, which blows my mind because it's so strong.
Yeah, we didn't actually see Navi use it, though they didn't get to play many T rounds.
That was the thing. Yeah. All right, so the bomb will explode, and NiP on 6 rounds. So they're beginning to show a much better train game. Of course, they are playing against EnVyUs, but for what we've seen from them strategically and their approach just generally, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, instead of just when they played slow, they didn't do that like we tried to peek alley. They just took control of secret, smoked low ramp, and just like forced a lot of rotations from EnVyUs and just played a lot better game than they did yesterday.
Yeah, it's looking really, really good from them at the moment, and hopefully that continues to improve, because again they got so many trains to play. So we got the AWP here on allu still, and he's been doing really well actually. Allu's been opening up the map quite well. Probably in that fast position, very, very forward on yard with a good spawn, and he's announced his presence, but they are kind of distracted into where he is right now. Going to take the jewel as shox. It's going to go down though, but trade comes in from kioShiMa. But however, that's going to make the defense outside a little bit weaker, and it's so important because allu, it's also removed some strength from the allu control. So if they're able to open up to kioShiMa, then it's going to be really important for NiP, but he will take the frag and fall back safely, and he's going to call that a player has made it through allu as well, and SmithZz has the angle, and it's going to be a nice round here so far for EnVyUs. But get right up onto the train, but the bomb being down is going to cause issues. So close, Happy does take the frag. kioShiMa goes down to 1 HP. allu with a 6 shot again. This guy is going absolutely huge in this train game so far. Last player behind the smoke, allu, he knows about it, and he is looking for NBK. NBK backed off at the perfect time, and he's going to find him first. And I think that's just like the weirdness of the smokes. Like who does it like disappear for first? And it's going to be NBK, and he's going to get the round. But that was crazy.
And NiP is in a weird position now. They have pretty low. They actually see a P90 from Friberg as T on train.
2 P90s.
I'm really interested to see how they're going to use this. Are they going to go for an inner push and just try to gain ground and just abuse the fact that you can run and shoot at the same time? Looks like it.
allu's actually on 17 frags right now. He's feasting. Alright, yeah, there you go. Exactly as you said, and it's just a run and gun. And it's pretty weirdly strong actually, not as you would expect, but we might see a retake here. shox picks up 2 kills with that from long range, but the bomb is down, and the damage needs to be done to the economy of EnVyUs. Although that said, it is classed round coming up, so never mind that. It's not all that important after all. Ooh, get right, popping some heads here. Could still yet save this round. So the EnVyUs comes in for SmithZz, and again lack of kit here because their economy is so poor. So get right has a chance here. So he goes for the peak. Oh my goodness, he's waiting a long time, but he pops out just at the key moment, and that's going to be it. Get Right's going to win the round. Well done by Get Right. And
they must have seen that they didn't have a kit there, because in just I wonder if like Get Right just counted the seconds there, because that time was perfect.
Absolutely. I think it was always my suspicion that top players will always be counting when they hear the sound, because that's the most efficient way to do it in theory, because you always know when you can peek then, or when you have to peek, because otherwise it saves you peeking too soon.
Yeah, you want to peek after like 8 seconds, because you still want a bit of some time to kill him. And that's basically what Get Right did, and Friberg getting 2 entry kills. Looks like NiP is gonna go off this half with a lead.
Yeah, looking pretty good for them on their T side, so EnVyUs is going to need a good result on their T side as well to match it. And to be fair, I feel like EnVyUs on the T side recently have been more dangerous than any of their CT sides, just because they've been ramping up the aggression so much. It's just really weird to play against.
Yeah, I agree with you that EnVyUs is a stronger T side team. It's just going to see if that style works on this map.
Yeah, I didn't know that it would. But yeah.
Yeah, it's like, where will you like go and do that style. It's so hard.
Yeah, it's really, really weird. Because you can't really take map control. There's like less areas for you to abuse.
Like either you have yard or you don't have anything.
Yeah,
like,
basically.
Yeah, it's nothing in between.
Yeah, so we will see the pistol rounds first of all. And again, I want to see that pistol that Fnatic did. It was so good. But it's like we might just see the straight up inner rush. The old classic pistol rounds for Train, the most classic of pistol rounds. And it will be spotted. There's another player there as well on upper. Ooh, EnVyUs get both quick frags quickly though. And, it's going to work out quite well for them because NiP, they're not going to get there in time. Bomb will go down. And with the man advantage, this should happen here for EnVyUs. Xizt will get the kill onto SmithZz, but Friberg takes a lot of damage in the process, and that's going to allow kioShiMa to easily finish him off. And NBK working onto Xizt gives allu the task of a lifetime against 4 more players, 3 more players even, and he's not going to do it. He's been playing well, but not that well. 8 to 8.
Yeah, and that's winning both the pistol rounds, and gonna be interesting to see if NiP will decide to go for that force buy now, by the scouts, or if they will just go for the... We see one scout, allu decides just to buy the P250 because he wants the AWP later, so kind of a half buy here from NiP. It's more of a like, we want to pressure your economy, we might not like be going for the actual win.
Okay, so get the weapons out, very fast yard push here from EnVyUs. They want to get the bomb down straight away. And Happy going to go in with that MP7, and it's looking pretty good here so far for EnVyUs. They are just removing all of these weapons from NiP's hands. And in the open hours, just Forest and Get Right who are left standing against the full lineup of EnVyUs. We'll find Forest, and so Forest picked up the Xizt. He chose the Xizt. Why do you think that he made the decision between the Xizt over the 5.7? Because the 5.7 to me just feels just better in every way almost.
Well, it really depends on what position you play. The Xizt is so situational.
Yeah.
Like there is situation where it's just extremely good, like maybe playing pop, or like you know where he is and there's like a close combat duel. Then the Xizt is really good, and like I can imagine there's a way you can use this on Train, like try to go aggressive pop and...
It feels like the M4A1S versus the M4A4 situation where the 5.7 is just really good, but in so many more spots that it's just... And you move a lot with the pistol, so... It's just better, man. It's just better. I don't know. I need to ask him at LAN or something. So we're going to have SmithZz taking first kill to allu. Another fast round here from EnVyUs against the eco again of NiP, of course. Now they didn't get any damage done really. They got 1 kill in the previous round, so it'd be really nice if they could pull out something here, but looking unlikely, too unlikely that they'll get more than 1 or 2 frags. Bomb is down and they have to go through that choke point if they want to defuse it. This is, look at this choke point. It's just so hard to deal with. I mean, it's just all standing behind it
as well.
Yeah, what do you do?
And still 2 kills here from NiP, so not that bad considering it was basically a full eco from a few P250s. And next round, well, that's gonna be the first real interesting round this half. I mean, the pistols are kind of random, 2 ecos, so let's see if the new style of EnVyUs will work on Train. I think this is the first time they played since they switched playstyle, actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to expect. I really am not sure what to expect.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just rushed yard from all different angles at the same time.
Yeah.
Like
well, I also wouldn't be surprised if we just see the Wall of Smokes play over and over and over again, because you know they're a team that doesn't shy away from their execute gameplay, but recently they have been speeding it up and not going so execute heavy, like not as many smokes, but to have a faster, less telegraphed push. That's kind of what they've been. That's been the theme of their gameplay recently. So, but right now they're opening things up in a slow fashion. But there's 2 who are just sitting on alley, but they could absolutely rotate back. Might just be there for like a positive trade situation if the CT's pushed alley.
And very sneaky angle here from kio. They're actually playing very slow. kio going down to 22 HP, and the Force has a really forward position here in A main. Great position here from NiP towards yard.
This angle, oh my god, what do you do against that?
And he gets
oh my god, that is terrible. That is so difficult to deal with now for EnVyUs. But if they can just kill Forest, then that's going to be it, and he will die in the end, and NBK is going to go in here. Friberg to make some noise, and NBK gets the kill. That's the full swing, as now allu can get smoked off if they have any grenades left. I think Happy's got a smoke. He's got 2 HP as well, but SmithZz is going to go down. Bomb needs to go and get planted here. Happy will do that. He's got still the full grenade to use, but he's going to get eliminated. Now it's all on NBK, and look at this crossfire coming in. Oh, he's going to go down, and the bomb defuse will come into play, and NiP will pick up their defuse.
And now one of the most important rounds of this game is going to come up. I think the team that loses this round will be forced to an eco. Or EnVyUs actually had a bigger bank than I thought, but like if they lose this, they're still going to be in a really bad situation.
Yeah, so allu, he's been really good so far. And
NBK going for a, I just have to point this out, NBK going for a Tech 9 when his teammates could have dropped an AK.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, isn't it? Actually, yeah, well, I guess we'll see that money later. But yeah, that's super weird. Now, of course, EnVyUs looking for that play into the yard, into the A bomb plant. However, they've left some gaps here with their smokes. And they put that plant in the smoke though. You're going to cover, takes down Forest. And then NiP kind of scrambling to get some good angles here. There have been some gaps left. It's kind of like a weird kind of half wall of smokes here from EnVyUs. But so far, I mean, they get the bomb planted. They're just lacking men now. They're all getting tagged down really low. NiP is just swarming them, just slowly, systematically pushing them back and further back, even still, with those M4s. Defuse comes in, last player spotted, and he will go down. So that was just like a really weird round from EnVyUs. Like, as you mentioned, a drop definitely could have happened for NBK with an AK. And like a half wall of smokes. What's going on?
Yeah, I have no clue. It seems like EnVyUs is really disoriented right now. Going for a half buy this round. And yeah, you talked about the Xizt being worse than the 5.7. What do you think about playing the Xizt as T?
Yeah, that's a bit of a no-brainer, I think. Especially considering SmithZz is an all-pro and you get a quicker draw on the Tech 9 over the Xizt, you can run and shoot with it much better than the Xizt. I feel like as an all-pro it's better. But Xizt has not been AWPing as much. More rifle work from him lately. Either way, allu's going to be picking up frags here, left and right. We got the frag through the smoke. The bomb will not be planted. Ooh, almost taking down one. But you got some team damage there from NBK.
And a flawless round there from NiP, so able to build up a pretty solid bank.
Yeah.
It's going to be really tough for EnVyUs to break this. They need to win at least string 2 rounds together, and by the way they've been playing so far, it's not looking like they're going to be able to do that.
Feels like there's like not as much purpose behind EnVyUs as NiP at the moment, if that's like a way to put it. NiP look a lot more consistent and steady, whereas EnVyUs look a little bit kind of well, unstable at the moment. Some of these pushes that they've been making. Now we'll have to see in this spot if they can get some good returns here, because they've lost shox already, so they really need to even things up. And you can see Happy's going to go for that play. Now they can also just try to execute into the A bomb site, but they've only got 2 smokes to use. Happy, however, managed to find a forward position. He is sneaking in, gets the first kill, and that's going to tell kioShiMa to just go for it here from PopDog. So he looks for some angles. Happy did get traded on, but in comes SmithZz with one, and Forest is moving quickly up. He's very dangerous, but kioShiMa has the angle. Things looked good here for EnVyUs until allu came into the fray, and it's going to be an even situation. NBK taking it to a 2-on-1 now, all on allu again, as he's put in constant like weird situations, but and he come out on top here. Looks like this time he won't. And EnVyUs do claim the round, but again, very strange rounds from EnVyUs, but this time it did the job.
And as we said, EnVyUs need to string 2 rounds together. They managed to win 1 now. Can they manage to do 2 in a row? That's the question, because if they do, they have a great chance of coming back into this game, but if they lose this one, they reset their own economy once again, and NiP will probably run away with it.
And we do have double AWP coming in for NiP, so I do wonder exactly what EnVyUs will do, because if they wall the smokes it up, it's going to be really good, but they are going to just beat them out on the pace. The pace is so fast that the AWPs don't even get in position before the AKs are just shooting them away, and it's going to be 3 players left for NiP. Friberg already quite weak, gets eliminated finally, and EnVyUs look all of a sudden really strong, and I have no idea where this push came from. I don't think NiP do either, because they just got completely cleaned out.
And they did what we asked them to do. They took 2 rounds in a row and they broke NiP's bank, which means, and they won that round flawlessly. Like, it just looks like they went for a straight out yard push from all different sides, and every player from NBK just simply won their aim duel. So that was a kind of a strange round.
It was really strange. The round before was even stranger to me. But generally speaking, we've only seen one kind of attempt at an execute from EnVyUs, but it was again looked a little bit not so drilled, perhaps. Either way, we'll have to see in this spot that they're in right now if they can just get a flawless round again, because that's the objective for them. NiP, full save, complete full save. Actually, no, they got they have a APT50, it would seem. So $300 invested there, basically. All right, so get right to there, gets a nice headshot, gets the kill. In fact, it's one player down. DK exposed. Second player comes in. Nice headshot there by the spray down, and 13-11. So EnVyUs, despite looking, I mean, EnVyUs to me have looked a little bit worse on train, but they are winning.
Yeah, I guess
it's one of those things, right? Do you see what I mean?
Like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's kind of hard to pinpoint what they're doing right when they're winning the rounds. I mean, that's actually one approach you can take as on T-Train. It's just like we're gonna play so randomly, just go for so many aim duels everywhere. It's just gonna put so many random factors into play that it's gonna be hard to defend.
This is one of the reasons why the Wall of Smokes play is good, because you get situations that are just chaotic on the yard. Really nice use of the ladder there by GetRight, just pressing the jump button to just fling himself off of it to make the duel really weird, and it will enable him to get the frag in the end. NBK against the Friberg and GetRight now very winnable with a minute left, over a minute left. Bomb is down though, and so you just have to find these 2 players. It's always very difficult on A, but we can note how seldom it is that EnVyUs go towards B. And they can just find so many angels, as we just talked about here. And NBK is going to win another one. He's down only to 50 HP, so GetRight. Where the hell is GetRight? I think NBK's going by that usual thing. If you know where GetRight is, just check behind you. And he's... Oh no, the timing! Oh, brutal. So brutal. Oh my god.
That's typical GetRight, you know.
Yeah. Maybe GetRight just like goes into the mind of his opponents. It's like, you'll look away now. You feel safe.
Jedi mind tricks. Just.
That's so great because he was holding like
NBK had the like right read as well.
Yeah. Amazing. Very cool. But yeah, I mean, obviously, okay, we're gonna see potentially the Wall Smokes execute again or something similar, or maybe they'll just fake it. It looks like they could also. Yeah, it looks like they might go for a fake here. Potentially, because they've got 2 players in position to throw smokes from behind T main, but everyone else towards Secret. So that would suggest that this is going to be a bit of a fake. And that's just to keep 1 player in B just for a little bit longer and maybe make his position worse. And it's actually going to work here because they have themselves a free bomb site. So it actually worked.
It was a good fake. However, they have to gain some ground now because if they just stand back here, they have to win all the aim duels.
Really hard. All the CTs are out of the choke point pretty much and looking for their fights again in the range of these trains. And we'll have Friberg. That's FAMAS just looking for the burst, but Happy's just going to come up from up top and just spray down 3 like it's no one's business.
And NiP just got completely reset once again. GetRight won that 1v1 the last round versus NBK, and yeah, just look at their economies. Just yeah, they have to force buy.
Yeah, it's really interesting that EnVyUs can always be a threat, no matter what the situation. They can always just bring out some crazy angels, and this is what I was talking about earlier. They're just making that skill work for them, and we have that push outside into yard. They're getting tagged down by double scout actually. Double scout always going to be pretty strong on a map like this with all the cover you can use in the ranges as well. Oh, Happy able to take down Friberg as he tries to get closer. Now, oh, the advantages are swinging backwards and forwards, but kioShiMa and Happy will finish it off. 15-12 might be at a close very soon here, as there is still no money for NiP to play with, and they're going to just buy out scouts and pistols again. But it almost worked for them.
Yeah, they do have to win 3 rounds in a row now. And I wouldn't be surprised if anyone just knows that NiP is really low on money, will just go for a simple A strat. And by the looks of it, it's just gonna go for 2 people pop, 2 people A main.
Nice headshot found by Friberg. Might keep them in the business now as Xizt also takes one, but 3 kills follow, just falling like dominoes. RNIP 5-7 on allu. Yeah, right, so only got a 5-7 as well, so smoked off. This is the very definition of hopelessness. Oh god. And then cremated, and then smoked off again at the end. So 16-12, a pretty weird game. I expected a weird game, and I think we got a weird game. I mean, what are your thoughts on that one?
It was just very strange. Like, the way it started in the second half, it really looked like NiP was going to run away with it when they were up like 8-10. Then from nowhere, just EnVyUs won all rounds in a row, except for that 1v1 where NBK looked away. But the thing is that actually worked against NiP because they just destroyed their economy afterwards anyway. So I don't know really. Like, they just did like 2 people pop, 2 people A main, and just did it. They didn't rush it. They just did it like kind of a half-fast timing. This weird timing you always see EnVyUs do, and it actually worked. I would want to see them try this play style versus a team like TSM or maybe Virtus.pro.
Absolutely, yeah. It's really strange. I would also like to see it against Fnatic as well, just because I feel like Fnatic and NiP play similarly, but Fnatic at the moment, I think their players across the board are a bit more hot, generally speaking, on the skill. But yeah, it's just another one of those matches where EnVyUs, they abuse their individual skill and they're trying to push boundaries. Like, can this work? Like, if we just go into yard and take these trades and get into these weird situations, can we just outplay them from there? Because that's actually, I think, a big strength in any competitive situation, almost in anything in life actually. It's always about how well you can succeed at something when everything's going wrong. And certain players who are very good at Counter-Strike can turn like a situation that's super weird, awkward, loads of crazy variables, keep track of everything in their head, and understand, okay, I need to position myself like this. This is the best way to handle this. I still have really sick aim to use as well, like holding a gun here. My aim. I don't know, guys. I don't know, but then and they can thrive. Like, they're good. They're better than another player in that spot. Some players need things to go as planned, basically. But what defines the best player is to play just as well when there's chaos. Like,
especially on train, there's I remember a skill in 1.6 we used to call it like chaos control, and you had to have a player that would good on it when defending yard on train and A site on nuke, because there's like, in the matter of 3 seconds there can be like 10 grenades, like flashbangs, and you just have to dodge everything and like listen to the sound. Okay, they're pushing here first. Like, I have to reposition me here, and it's just the same way. Like, you can see player playing the electric box on the yard on train. That's one of those positions where you have to you get into really weird situations, like a terrorist running around the electric box. Like, you can't spam it. One guy is pushing from the other side. Like, how do you handle that situation? Like, you're going to die, obviously, but how do you like inflict like maximum damage?
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually a really cool concept, because I know in StarCraft there is also the concept. It's a similar concept, but it's called crisis management, and it's the ability to not fall apart when loads of weird stuff's happening. Like, you're getting dropped in like 3 different locations, but you still have to be macroing. You still have to be, pushing the map here with your own force, but you have to be going back, calmly dealing with this, calmly dealing with that. Okay, your economy's getting damaged. Okay, then you want to just put these like these workers over here. Just like calmly deal with everything. Like, the crisis management, like, it's another kind of type of that, which is, it's always actually one of the hardest skill sets to be good at, actually, because you need like this clarity of mind, and your brain has to be processing so many things at once. So it's very cool when you see a player that's like super like zen.
Like, most people get into panic mode and just make bad decisions from panic.
Absolutely. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for our European matches here tonight, but we will be live later on again with some North American action. So in 3 hours, we should be live with that. So if you are going to be awake then, check back here on FACEIT TV, and you can always follow the channel as well to be notified when we go live. But until then, that is everything. So good night, guys. We'll see you later as well.